Hi and welcome to today's live chapter reading of Music Van by K.L. Montgomery, presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Chapter 1 Claire. I don't know what's more beautiful, the view or you. Jack's arms tighten around my waist as his breath fans my ear. Me, let it be me, a voice inside my head calls out as I pull back to look at this handsome bearded man who has come to mean so much to me. Why choose? My eyelashes flutter as my gaze darts up and down this ridiculously gorgeous face. You can have both. Can I now? He snickers, then nuzzles my neck, tickling me with the aforementioned beard. And by that I mean right now. Mr. Riley, we're in public. I scoff and gesture towards the expanse of nature that stretches beyond us as far as the eye can see. What, you afraid that heron is going to see us? His eyebrows furrow momentarily before he presses his lips to mine again. He's pretty damn irresistible. And we're actually not in public. We're on my deck. But living right on the river, there's always a ton of wildlife about. Herons, eagles, hawks, raccoons, squirrels, turtles. You could do an episode of Wild Kingdom in my backyard. I trickle a trail of kisses down his neck. I bet Mrs. Heron wouldn't mind if Mr. Heron brought home a few new moves. I mind, though, comes a screeching voice to her right. Our eyes rocket over to my neighbour's property, and sure enough, there's a little old woman standing with a broom in her hand, casting us an extra snarly glare. Oh, Mrs. Vanderveer! I shoot up from my position on Jack's lap, my spine so stiff and straight, I'm ready for inspection by a drill sergeant. Still seated in the lawn chair, Jack begins to chuckle. I can tell from the sound of his laugh that he's looking forward to seeing how I will handle my cantankerous neighbour. Yes, that's right, I've been watching you two. She points a stubby finger in our general direction. I haven't had a man between these legs for going on 3 decades now, so I'd appreciate if you'd keep your intercoursing to the indoors, please. Oh my God, what? I don't know that I need to worry what I need to worry about first. My jaw dropping to the deck, my eyes popping out and rolling into the river, or my neighbour using the word intercoursing. Even Jack is speechless. I struggle to get my lips and tongue and all the other body parts required to formulate speech to all work together to push something, anything, out of my mouth as I stand there gaping at my next door neighbour. All 5 feet of her, with her straggly grey curls and all the wrinkles around her. All the wrinkles around her. Oh, for fuck's sake, why does my imagination have to go there? Now, I'm not even sure Mr. Riley can save me from self-imposed celibacy. Jack stands up, and when my gaze darts over to him standing beside me in apparent solidarity, I watch his chest expand as he sucks in a sharp breath. We're so sorry, Mrs. Vanderveer, he says, with the most even, sincere tone I've ever heard. Just take it inside, you two. Keep those lips and groins inside the house from now on. She throws her hands up in the air as she continues her mumbly rant. Then she shakes her head and takes hold of the broom to finish sweeping her deck. Without another word, I make a mad bolt for the French doors and throw them open so hard I'm surprised I didn't shatter the glass. As soon as Jack enters behind me and shuts the door, the rumble of laughter building up like magma inside a volcano that's about to blow its top can be contained no longer. It explodes out of my mouth, shaking every single part of me, my shoulders, wobbly thighs, flabby tummy. Even my hair is shaking with uncontrollable chortling. How dare we offend your neighbour, Claire? Why didn't you tell me she has such delicate sensibilities? Jack joins in. Now he's trying to keep a straight face, but I can see his lips twitching with amusement, even under the beard. 3 decades, I repeat, howling so loud that if the neighbour can't hear me, I'm sure every dog in slower, lower Delaware can. As my hysterical laughter finally starts to die down, Jack's smile fades. So I guess I'm not getting laid, am I? I grab his hand. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. It was the word intercoursing, wasn't it? I shrug. Well, it certainly didn't help. I'm still in recovery mode when he collapses on the sofa in a defeated heap and grabs the newspaper off the end table beside him. I guess I'll go over it. He lets out a long, pitiful, dramatic sigh. Oh my God, Jack, we did it this morning. Don't be acting like you're all deprived over there. I shake my head with disbelief. He's been quite a horn dog lately. Not that I'm complaining. Sorry, it's the first day of spring break and I think I'm channeling my inner college student. His eyes dart up from the paper. We should go out for drinks tonight. That idea has merit. Who knew teachers get as wild as students on spring break? We could invite Jean-Marc and his new boyfriend. What do you think? That sounds great. Maybe we can find some good vegan grub for dinner. Jean-Marc always knows the best places. His face lights up when he says vegan grub, the way mine does when I think of a nice succulent crab cake or prime rib. Okay, so we don't see eye to eye on everything. But we have managed to make this relationship work pretty well for 6 months now. We're taking it slow, like slower than slow. No one's moving in with anything else just yet. We just didn't get to the stage of practically spending every night together until after the new year. I don't know exactly where it's going, but I'm having a hell of a lot of fun. And after 15 years of being married to Jeremy, king of the asshats, I deserve a hell of a lot of fun. Though, I have this sneaking feeling that Jack is the one. I mean, not the first one, obviously, because that honour belonged to the aforementioned king of the asshats. But I think he's the real one. I think Jack may know it too. We both had our practice marriages, and now it's time for the real thing. Well, not literally now, but someday, I hope. An hour later, after showers and putting on real clothes. Being a full-time writer means I have work clothes and real clothes, and no one wants to see the former out in public. And we head out to the driveway where we face our usual point of contention, which car to take. I have a little silver sedan, and Jack drives a VW Beetle. The latter is uncomfortable, and I don't like it. But I also don't like to drive us around. Then there's the question of who'd be the DD. Why didn't we just call an Uber? He looks straight at me, and neither of us has opened our mouths to address the car situation. But we both know what the other's thinking. It's too late now. Jean-Marc is expecting us. I'll drive, Jack says, climbing in. You can drink. I shoot him a mischievous smile. You're just trying to get me all horned up again, like I was before the neighbour said, Don't say it. Jack reaches over and presses his finger on my lips. Please, God, please never ever say that made-up word again. At least I know what to say to really irritate you now. I waggle my eyebrows as he cranks the ignition. Next thing I know, we're flying down Route 24 behind a chicken truck with white feathers flying out in all directions. Such is life in slower, lower Delaware. Jack. Radio on, top down, cruising with my girl. How could life be any better than this? Okay, the top's not down. It's March. But the radio is churning out the Eagles, and my girl is next to me, and we're cruising down to the beach. Yeah, life is pretty good. I've always been a melancholy person. Always thought of myself as living in a minor key rather than a major one. But since Claire Sterling came into my life a little more than a year ago, I've been hitting much higher notes. There's just something about this woman. She makes me laugh first and foremost. I've never met anyone who is more themselves than Claire. She's brilliant and awkward and silly and self-deprecating and oh so wise at all at once. I would do almost anything for this woman. Because it's March, there's actually parking along Rehoboth Avenue. So I whip my VW into a spot and we get out to meet up with Jean-Marc and whoever the mystery man is. Claire grabs my hand and we stroll down the sidewalk until we spot her friend standing outside one of the local watering holes with a tall blonde by his side. The guy looks like he just stepped off a Viking ship, and even Claire does a double take. He doesn't look like Jean-Marc's type at all. Claire, Jack, I want you to meet Tony. Jean-Marc gestures towards the tall blonde with a grin on his face. I'm happy to meet you, says Tony. And even though he's smiling, he still looks kind of serious. He just has that kind of face. Claire shoots me a look that I automatically read as, this guy, his name is Tony? He does not look like a Tony. I nod in agreement. He looks like Thor, or maybe Magnus. He's ginormous. I am a tall dude, but this guy is towering over me, and his bicep looks almost as big around as my thigh. I'm not small either, but damn. Jean-Marc elbows Claire, his eyebrows waggling with something that may be pride, as I pull the door open and usher everyone inside. We head towards the back of the bar area where the restaurant section begins, and there's a small stage where they're setting up for a band or some sort of performance. I love live music, of course, as a musician myself, so I can't wait to see who's playing. My buddy Drew and I have been toying around with starting a band, but so far his friends we've tried to jam with aren't too reliable about showing up. We settle into our table and the server comes by to get our drink orders. Claire is practically interrogating Tony when a man jumps up on the stage and grabs the microphone so abruptly that the sound of Claire's voice is quickly swallowed up by the feedback. My ears still ringing with the screech, I crane my neck to the stage behind me to see what all the commotion is about. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, can I get your attention? The man asks, and then clears his throat as he scans the crowd. There are only about 20 people in the joint, all spread out between the bar and the restaurant. While the 20 whopping people's volume gradually drops off from a 40 to a mezzo 40, two other guys come behind the speaker with a banner they affix to the overhang of the stage. I read the colourful teal, green and purple text. Rehoboth Beach, Superstar, benefiting the Support Art Foundation. Thanks, folks. Just wanted to let you know that we're holding open auditions for the Rehoboth Beach Superstar contest in an hour. It costs $25 to enter, and all proceeds will be donated to the Support Art Foundation. Finalists will perform in the Rehoboth Beach Bandstand in May, and the winner of that contest will go on to compete in the Mid-Atlantic Superstar competition this summer with a chance at a national tour and record deal. So get in touch with your inner rock star, folks. It's for a great cause. There are like 4 people applauding as he steps off the page. I shrug and turn back to the table. Claire's face is lit up with a beaming smile. Go sign up, Jack. What? Why would I do that? I shake my head, thinking I'm saved from further debate when our server returns with our drinks. Because you're a good singer, and it's for charity. An arts charity, and you're a music teacher. She doesn't miss a beat as soon as the server walks away. She picks up her drink, swirls the pink frothy mixture around with a tiny straw, and raises her glass. Who here thinks Jack ought to do the contest? Jean-Marc and Tony, don't miss a beat either, and their glasses shoot up to join Claire's. Hear, hear, Jean-Marc exclaims, and his Viking estate echoes him in his gruff voice. I roll my eyes. I don't have anything prepared to sing. It's in an hour. I thought you wanted to drink and hang out tonight, not listen to a bunch of amateurs butching cover songs. Oh, I can't think of anything more entertaining to drink to. We could even turn it into a drinking game. For every flat note, you've got to do a shot. Claire laughs as she glances to Jean-Marc and Tony for their approval, and they're nodding and laughing right along with her. That's the most animated I've seen Thor all night. The man who made the announcement had moved to a table near the stage and sat with a clipboard and a cash box just waiting for anyone, to go register. I sigh because he looks truly pitiful just sitting there. His desperation for anyone, to express some interest in the contest broadcast so loudly, anyone could pick up on it. It is to support the arts. If people didn't do that, I wouldn't have a job. Besides, a lot of schools are cutting their arts and music programmes, so... Look at him over there, Jean-Marc notes as if he can read my mind. He looks so lonely and sad. Come on, Jack, go cheer him up. Just think, if no one else registers, then you win, and you can play at the bandstand in May. But I don't want to play at the bandstand, I protest. Claire smirks when she gets my "I don't want to be a pirate" Seinfeld reference. It's her favourite show. Though, if Drew and I ever did get a band together, this might be great exposure for us. I stand up and rub my hands down the legs of my jeans to dry them off from my sweaty drink. Fine, it's just one song. It's for charity, right? Woohoo, Claire cheers, and there's that beaming smile. I'd do just about anything to see that smile.